At this age, even a simple fall can take a long time to recover from. So what about a stroke? It comes silently, without knocking, and often leaves no time for preparation. I once had a close friend, healthy, never on any strict diet, always saying, "I live freely, I'm fine." But one morning, while reading the newspaper on his porch, he suddenly froze. Half of his face drooped, his limbs went numb. That was the first sign, and the moment he realized he was having a stroke. That story stuck with me. At our age, past 70, there are many things we can't fully control. But our health, that's still something we can protect. And the good news is, we can reduce our risk of stroke by up to 60% just by quitting a few harmful habits in our daily routine. You don't need to change your whole life. No expensive treatments, no extreme workouts, just a bit of awareness and the willingness to stop repeating small actions that quietly harm our health day by day. You might be thinking, "But I feel fine, I eat, I walk, I live normally." But stroke doesn't wait for warnings. It's like a thief that sneaks in during the night, one moment of carelessness and it strikes. Today, I want to share with you 7 everyday habits that secretly increase your risk of stroke. Habits many older adults, perhaps you and I included, still follow without knowing. These may seem minor, but they have a major impact on blood vessels, blood pressure, and brain health. But don't worry, I'm not here to alarm you. Each part of this video will offer simple, practical solutions that are easy to follow, so you'll not only understand the risks but also know what to do about them. So, are you ready? Let's begin, because keeping a healthy heart, a clear mind, and adding more joyful, peaceful years to your life is something truly worth striving for. I used to think resting more was good, but I didn't know that sitting too long could make my blood thicken. Mr. Harris, a 76-year-old retiree, lives alone and enjoys peaceful days at home. Most of his time is spent sitting on the couch, reading the paper, watching TV, or simply gazing out the window. He believed that avoiding strenuous activity was good for his heart. But one morning, Mr. Harris noticed a sharp pain in his right leg. It felt unusually warm and slightly swollen. After a hospital visit, he was diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis, a serious condition where blood clots form in the veins, especially in the legs, increasing the risk of stroke or pulmonary embolism. That was his wake-up call. Prolonged sitting, even without heavy physical work, can quietly damage your health. As we age, circulation slows down naturally. When we sit for too long, especially without moving our legs, blood flow becomes sluggish. This raises the risk of blood clots, potentially life-threatening for older adults with weakened circulation systems. But there's good news. The solution is simple. Just standing up and walking around for a few minutes every 30-60 minutes can help immensely. Gentle leg stretches, ankle rolls, or even light bouncing in place can boost circulation and reduce clot risks. Lesson learned. Don't trade short-term comfort for long-term health. Sometimes just standing up is one of the best things you can do for your heart and brain. I know many seniors avoid drinking water in the evening to reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom, but that's actually a big mistake. Ms. Linda, 74 years old, was always cautious about her sleep. To avoid waking up at night, she stopped drinking water after 5 p.m. during the day. She only took a few small sips, thinking it was enough. But a few months ago, while cooking dinner, she suddenly felt dizzy and collapsed. At the hospital, doctors explained that chronic dehydration had thickened her blood and lowered her blood pressure, 2 dangerous risk factors for stroke. You see, when we don't drink enough water, our blood becomes more concentrated and flows more slowly. This is particularly dangerous for older adults, whose circulatory systems are already weaker. Thicker blood increases the risk of blood clots, those silent threats that can trigger strokes without warning. Many seniors assume that thirst is the best signal to drink, but as we age, our natural thirst response becomes weaker. That's why it's essential to drink water regularly, even if we don't feel thirsty. So what's the solution? You don't need to gulp down large amounts. Just sip small amounts throughout the day, especially in the morning and early afternoon. Warm water, diluted juice, or even broth-based soups can help keep you hydrated comfortably. Lesson learned. Don't let the fear of nighttime bathroom trips stop you from giving your body what it needs. A well-hydrated body supports smoother circulation, a healthier heart, and a sharper mind, especially as we age. It was hard to give up my favorite pickled vegetables, but ever since I learned about my high blood pressure, I've made a change. Mr. Henry, 78, used to enjoy flavorful meals. Every day, his table had to include pickled veggies, salty braised fish, or slices of processed sausage. Food just didn't taste good without salt, he'd say. But everything changed when he was diagnosed with stage 2 hypertension. His doctor explained that the amount of sodium in his meals was far above the safe limit, causing his blood pressure to rise significantly. Even more alarming, high blood pressure is the leading cause of stroke in older adults. Sodium, found in table salt, soy sauce, canned goods, and processed foods, makes the body retain water and increases pressure on blood vessel walls. Over time, this weakens the vessels, making them more prone to rupture or blockage, exactly how strokes happen. After understanding the risks, Mr. Henry began changing his eating habits. He gradually reduced salt, prioritized fresh vegetables, and used herbs like scallions, ginger, and garlic instead of salty seasonings. Within just a few weeks, his blood pressure became more stable, and he felt less tired after meals. The best part, he said, I got used to lighter flavors, and now I actually feel more energetic and balanced. Lesson learned. Every teaspoon of salt you cut today could prevent a stroke tomorrow. A heart-friendly diet doesn't just protect your arteries, it supports steady legs and a clear mind for the years ahead. Following the habit of eating salty and processed foods, another common and risky mistake is skipping regular health checkups. Ms. Linda, 74, used to say, "Why should I go to the doctor when I feel fine?" She didn't have any major symptoms, just occasional dizziness and light fatigue, so she always postponed her visits. But one morning, while watering her garden, she suddenly felt dizzy and nearly collapsed. Her daughter rushed her to the hospital. The tests revealed high blood pressure and an irregular heartbeat, both of which are major stroke risk factors. Had it gone unnoticed any longer, the outcome could have been dangerous. The truth is, strokes often show no warning signs. Many cases are only diagnosed after the stroke occurs, when it's too late to prevent the damage. Hidden conditions like hypertension, diabetes, or arterial blockages can build silently over time. Regular checkups are often the only way to catch them early. Since that day, Ms. Linda completely changed her mindset. She now gets her health checked every 6 months, monitors her blood pressure at home, and uses a simple device to track her heart rhythm. Her condition is now well managed, and she feels more secure and in control. Lesson learned. Don't wait for symptoms to show up before seeing a doctor. A regular checkup might be the key to preventing a silent stroke from striking unexpectedly. Stress isn't just a young person's problem. At our age, it's even more dangerous. We often assume that aging brings peace of mind. But in reality, many older adults quietly carry the weight of worries about declining health, distant children, financial strain, or loneliness. Mr. Robert, 76, is a perfect example. After losing his wife, he lived alone and rarely spoke to anyone. Though he maintained his routine deep inside, he was overwhelmed by stress and sadness. One afternoon, he felt a sharp chest pain and was rushed to the hospital. The diagnosis: elevated blood pressure caused by chronic stress, putting him at high risk for a stroke if not managed quickly. Stress is a silent destroyer of senior health. It triggers hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which cause the heart to beat faster, raise blood pressure, and tighten blood vessels, all dangerous factors for stroke. To cope, Mr. Robert made some changes. He started walking for 15 minutes each morning, listened to calming music before bed, and joined a local senior social group. As a result, he felt more relaxed, slept better, and saw gradual improvement in his blood pressure. Takeaway: at this age, peace of mind is just as important as physical health. Never underestimate the toll of stress. Make time to rest, talk to others, and slow down. A calm heart is a healthy heart. I used to stay up late watching TV every night, not realizing it was making my heart race. Sleep is the body's time for healing, especially for the heart. Yet many seniors underestimate its importance. Some stay up late watching shows, others lie awake worrying. Over time, these habits shorten and disturb sleep, and the consequences can be serious. Mr. William, 81, visited the hospital feeling fatigued, with a rapid heartbeat and unstable blood pressure. When asked about his sleep, he admitted to going to bed after 1 a.m. and sleeping only 4 or 5 hours a night. The diagnosis: chronic sleep deprivation leading to arrhythmia, a key risk factor for stroke in the elderly. A major 2023 study from the National Sleep Medicine Center, USA, revealed 67% of adults over 70 experience sleep disturbances, and nearly 60% of them also show signs of high blood pressure or heart irregularities. Not sleeping enough or having irregular sleep disrupts hormone regulation, overworks the heart, and leads to unstable blood pressure, all paving the way to stroke. But the solution is simple. Aim for 7-8 hours of sleep per night and stick to a consistent sleep schedule, ideally going to bed between 9:00 and 10:00 p.m. Avoid screens before bed and create a quiet, cool sleep environment. Takeaway: at this age, sleep is not a luxury, it's a form of medicine. Prioritize sleep the same way you protect your heart, because restful sleep is the foundation of a healthy heart. A friend of mine stopped taking his blood pressure pills for a few days because he felt fine. And then, that's the sad story of Mr. Lamb, 76, my regular chess partner. One morning, while out for his daily walk, he suddenly collapsed. At the hospital, doctors confirmed a stroke triggered by a sudden spike in blood pressure. The reason? He had stopped taking his hypertension medication for over a week because he felt better. At our age, feeling better does not mean you're cured. Many heart and blood pressure medications are designed to maintain stability, not to eliminate the condition. Stopping them abruptly can cause a dangerous rebound, overloading the heart and leading to serious consequences like stroke. A 2023 report from the American Heart Association found up to 48% of senior stroke cases were linked to poor adherence to blood pressure or cardiac medications. Many older adults either forget to take their pills or adjust doses on their own out of fear of side effects. But any changes in medication must be done under a doctor's guidance. These drugs not only control symptoms but protect your heart and prevent life-threatening events. Helpful tip: use a daily pill organizer, set reminders on your phone, or ask a loved one to help you remember. A simple habit like this can save your life. You see, after 70, health is the most valuable asset we still hold. And often, it's the small habits, the ones we barely notice, that quietly chip away at our well-being day by day. Today, we've walked through 7 everyday habits that can increase the risk of stroke by up to 60%. 1. Sitting for too long every day. 2. Not drinking enough water. 3. Eating too much salt and processed foods. 4. Skipping regular health checkups. 5. Chronic stress and mental fatigue. 6. Irregular or poor quality sleep pressure. 7. Stopping or misusing medications. Here's the good news. You don't need to do anything big. Just stop doing the wrong things and you may reduce your risk by up to 60%. Remember, good health is a journey, And every small change in your daily habits becomes a stepping stone toward a longer, stronger, more peaceful life. If this message resonates with you, please share in the comments. Which habit do you want to quit first? And if you're facing health concerns or questions, don't hesitate to speak up. Your story might inspire and help someone else who's walking the same path. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Healthy Aging Hub, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another helpful video on senior health. Let's grow older with grace, with strength, and with the freedom to enjoy life fully, whether you're 70, 80, or beyond.